Good evening. This is Classy T, and I'm here for the last chat with Classy T. If you were here last week, you may remember that we started talking about things for people that were single at Christmas time and maybe looking for someone. So we're going to put an extension on that. We're going to talk about things that couples can do during Christmas time for the Christmas season. And if you have a significant other, if you have been looking for someone, this is the show for you, because we will have some ideas and suggestions of things that you can do that's very simple and fun to do at Christmas time. And like always, you can always call in and put your 2 cents in or put your comments in. That number is 254-275-7476. So please call in. We had a call in last week and it was very informative. So please call in today also. Okay? We're going to start off by just talking and saying that we talked last week. What we were talking about is if you're not involved in a relationship already, how you could go about maybe meeting someone. And we talked about online dating. And we had a young lady that called in, and she said she had met several people online, and she wasn't in a relationship right now, but she was open to meeting people online and starting a relationship. So that's one way you could meet someone. Or if you're already in a relationship, then these are just some ideas that you and your significant other can do to have fun at Christmas time. Okay? And like I said, you can call in and give some suggestions also of some things you would like to do at Christmas time. Okay? Let's get started. Okay, the first thing these were just some things I was thinking of on my own. So the first thing I thought about is caroling. You know, at Christmas time, people like to go around and sing the Christmas carols, and you and especially someone could go around and sing with the group, singing the Christmas carols. Another thing would be looking at the Christmas lights and the Christmas decoration. You know, just you could do this in your neighborhood, drive around and look, or you can have a designated spot that you would like to go. They have Christmas light displays. They have a big one at Fort Hood. Me and my husband and my son went last year, and it was very entertaining. And it was like an hour drive through the park. You pay one price, and you just go through and watch all the displays that they have up. And they have one off of Highway 6 also in Bryan, on the other side of Bryan, if you're in that area. And like always, they do have neighborhood people put lights up and display. Sometimes they have certain neighborhoods that put up, everyone decorates their house, so you can just drive through there and just look around. And that's something entertaining and nice to do. Another thing I said you could make Christmas cookies. You could either bake them at that person's house, or you can bake them at your own. I know one year my friend, she invited several women to our house, It's about maybe 10 of us, and we all made Christmas cookies and decorated them. And that was so much fun. It was kind of like a little cookie baking party. And we decorated the cookies. And afterwards, we exchanged cookies with different people, and we had cookies to take home also. Okay? Another thing is watch the Hallmark Christmas movies. We were looking at the news the other day, and they were saying that the Hallmark Christmas movies have gotten to be so popular because a lot of people watch these movies because they give inspiration to them at Christmas time, and it just gives them a nice warm feeling because a lot of the movies are about single people finding love and relationships, and that's very good because Christmas time sometimes is a lot of people who are alone and just looking for someone. So watching the Hallmark Christmas movies, they have them on all day long. I know I watch them. When I go to dialysis, I watched one today. It was basically they all are about the same. A single woman or a single man is looking for love, and they just stumble up on meeting somebody. This woman today, she was driving to a wedding, and she ended up meeting a man. He had usually the wife has died or whatever. He had a daughter, and the daughter got, she was so friendly with the woman. The woman had a car trouble, so she had to stay in this little small town. The small town was called Christmas Valley, and she just liked those people there so much, and they liked her so much. And at the end of the story, even though she was from New York, at the end she decided she would go back to Christmas Valley because that was the best Christmas she had had in years. So, and basically, the movies are about finding love and just enjoying Christmas time. Okay, another thing is listening to Christmas music. You and your partner could just sit down and just listen to music or ride around in your car looking at the lights, listening to Christmas music. I'm sure some stations that has some music on now. 90.3 FM will be bringing back the Christmas music starting Monday right after Classy C and Crazy Chris morning show. We will start playing the Christmas music, and we will play it until Christmas is on a Tuesday. On Wednesday morning, we start the Classy C and Crazy Chris morning show. That will be the end of the Christmas music continuously. But we'll be playing a little throughout until the end of the year. So just make sure you tune in to our station, or maybe you have a CD or whatever in your car that you can play Christmas music and ride around and look at the Christmas decorations. And that's something real nice. Okay, you can, they said drink. You can drink cocoa or roast nuts or on your fireplace and just have a good old time, just enjoying each other's company. And that's another thing you could do during Christmas time. And a lot of times during that time, you can find hay rides and other activities. Oh, really? You can find hay rides and other activities to go to, so that will be something nice to do. Okay. A number 9 thing that I have to do is maybe you can go to a Christmas dance or a Christmas play or a concert, and that would be a very nice activity to do. I also suggested that maybe, if depending on how much money you were wanting to spend, or how much time you had, or how long you have been in a relationship, you could do a cruise to a warmer area. Just like some people go on a cruise to the Bahamas or different places like that, to a warmer area. You could go and just enjoy that for the time being at Christmas time. Also, it would be nice to go on shopping. Maybe you have some gifts that you still need to get, and maybe your partner has some gifts that he needs to get. So y'all could just do a little shopping together. That would be something nice to do. And it's always nice to visit Santa and maybe take a picture at the time. You at the mall, they usually have a Santa at the mall, and you could take a picture there also. And we have to remember the church services. There are church services that you can attend at Christmas time and just enjoy, because someone will usually be doing church service during that time, and they always talk about the birth of Jesus. I know we had our Christmas, just like a Christmas get-together last Sunday at our church, and we had, we did refreshments and talked about the birth of Jesus and just fellowship together, and that's always something nice to do. So these are just things that you can do as a couple, whether you're just meeting or you've been together a long time. It's always good to do things. I know my husband and I, we've been together for quite a while. Even though we only got married about 6 months ago, we've been together probably about 7 years. And some things that we like to do are ride around to the different neighborhoods and look at the Christmas decoration. And it's also relaxing. It's a lot of fun just to see how people decorated their houses and how they're honoring Christmas time. So that's just some nice things that you can do. Okay. I'm going to do a short music break, and then we'll come back and we'll talk more about Christmas and things you can do during the Christmas season. And if you have any suggestions, you can always call 254-275-7476. Okay? And I'll be right back.
We want to thank you for listening to the Classy C and Crazy Chris Morning Show.
You can catch the show Monday through Fridays,
live from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
on KMRL 90.3 FM.
Marlin's hottest radio station.
Okay. I'm back. Like I was saying earlier, you will be able to listen to continuous Christmas music starting Monday, which is Christmas Eve, after our Classy C and Crazy Chris morning show. We will have continuous Christmas music on from Christmas Eve to the Wednesday morning till we come back on the day after Christmas. So we hope you will join us. Okay, I don't know if everybody's been watching the new commercials that's been on this year. They had a gift, and I think it was called Portal, where you could have a place. You could have one at your home, and the person would have one at their home where you could see who you were talking to. And it was a lady on there, and she was talking to her. I don't know if that was her mom and dad or just some relatives, and she was asking them were they having an ugly sweater contest. The ugly Christmas sweater contest party has gotten started a couple of years ago. So you might not consider yourself a die-hard Christmas fan until you have spotted an ugly Christmas sweater. There are plenty of places online to buy one, but it's so much fun for you to make your own and personalize it. And if you need help, these are 51 ugly sweater ideas that will inspire you. You can go online and look for ugly sweater ideas that will inspire you to make an ugly Christmas sweater. And maybe you can host an ugly Christmas sweater party. I think one of my friends hosted one year, even though I didn't go. But I see they are very popular now. And that would be something else you and your significant other could do, maybe just host an ugly Christmas sweater party. And like I said, if you don't have one, you could always make one. You could always personalize your own and make one. And they have plenty ideas online that you can go and look and see how you would go about doing an ugly sweater contest. And that gift I was talking about, it was called a portal, I think. And the lady was telling the people, "Oh, are y'all having an ugly sweater contest?" Because the man and the woman both had on a sweater. And I guess she thought that they were ugly. And she was making cookies. And the man said, "Are you having a burnt cookie contest?" And the woman said, "Are you having a dirty kitchen contest?" So it's just something you can do. And another thing is mail a letter to Santa. If you and your partner would like, you can write a letter and go and drop it in the mail to Santa. And we all know what the address to Santa is. The Santa North Pole. And just write what you want or what you were wanting for Christmas. Whether you're adult or not, you can always do that. And you can attend a tree lighting ceremony. At this time, probably all the Christmas trees that are going to be lit are already lit. But at the first of the season, starting after Thanksgiving, you usually can find places where they have tree lighting ceremonies. And like I said, make sure you get your picture with Santa. If you're in the mall, get Christmas pictures with Santa. And another thing to do is you can make homemade gifts or ornaments for your tree. And, just get you some arts and craft things together. And you can make one, and your sweetie can make one, where you can have to hang on your tree. And also make Christmas cards that you can mail off to your friends. I was mailing off Christmas cards today. So some of these things you would have to be in the start them already, because you want to make sure that you get your Christmas card out on time, where they'll get them before Christmas. That's it. Also, you can donate a toy. Buy a new toy unpackaged toy and donate it to the Toys for Tots, or if your town has a thing that they're doing for toys. We had one here in our hometown, and I think it was last Friday. The 14th was the last day when you could donate the Toys for Tots, the toys to be given away. So you can make sure you look that up and find out where you can donate toys. Make wreaths for your doors. You can make wreaths for your front doors. And it's all these places around here like Michael's and Hobby Lobby, they have wreaths, and you just have to get them and decorate them however you would like. And you can always do spend the evening of wrapping presents. If you bought presents and your sweetie has bought presents, maybe y'all can spend the evening wrapping the presents, getting everybody's presents wrapped. These are just some things that you can do that's during Christmas time that would be a lot of fun. Also, going ice skating. If you live in an area that has ice skating rink, like in some of the bigger cities, like in Houston, they have ice skating rinks and other cities. But I don't know. I think they have some in Dallas, but I know small towns they probably don't have any. But they do have roller skating. It's not like ice skating, because ice skating is more, it's you're on an ice skating rink for one thing, and that's just something you can do. And also, you can always go to a movie. They always have Christmas movies during this time, and I'm sure they'll have some good Christmas movies out for before the year is out also. So that's a good thing to do. And build a gingerbread house. People like gingerbread, and they have kits that you can build gingerbread houses. It's so many things you can do that you may not even think about it. But if you are interested in doing any type of these things with someone, with your sweetie, you can always go online and just look up things to do. Things I can do with my significant other. Stuff that you can have fun doing. I looked up one site, and it was called the Christmas Bucket List, and they were just several things they had on here. They said have a snowball fight, even though we couldn't do that here because we don't have snow for the season. But some areas do. Some places where they get snow, that would be something nice to do. They should start a new tradition. You could start a new Christmas tradition with so much joy. Christmas is the perfect time to start a new tradition that will live on in years to come. It can be anything from a special dish you cook every holiday season to volunteering at the local shelter to Christmas caroling. Anything goes. Every year I decorate and donate a tiny tree. It immediately gets me in the holiday spirit. That's one thing that the lady says she does. She decorates and she donates that little tiny tree, and it gets her in the holiday spirit. Eat a candy cane. You can kiss someone under the mistletoe. And you can take a family Christmas photo. Okay, look at holiday lights in the neighborhood. I said, I was talking about that earlier. Make sure you fill your thermos with hot chocolate and load up the car with your family and give your eye a special holiday treat by driving through the neighborhoods in search of the best light display. Check with your city. Many of them have holiday maps and holiday displays, and the larger cities definitely do. They said wear a Santa's hat in public. You can go walk around in the mall or whatever with your Santa's hat on. And Crazy Chris thinks that's so funny. I don't know why he always laughing about some things that he thinks is so funny. A Santa's hat, and they say you can bake holiday cookies and leave cookies for Santa Claus. Yes, leave them out on December 24th. Leave cookies for Santa Claus. Even if you don't believe in him anymore, you can eat them in the morning if they are still there. There's just a lot of things you can do with your sweetheart for Christmas and just get in the holiday spirit. Just doing some things that, like I said, sitting around listening to Christmas carols or going out singing Christmas carols or just watching the Hallmark movies. Everybody was saying how interesting and how they love the Hallmark holiday movies. So that's something that you can do also. And also make sure you get your shopping all done. We talked about shopping this morning, and Crazy Chris said he used to like to shop all the time on Christmas Eve. And so this year, Christmas Eve is on a Monday. So if you're one of the people who like shopping on Christmas Eve, I think some stores will be open until 10 o'clock. But why wait till the very end to go shopping? You should be out doing your shopping now. Because on Christmas Eve, I'm sure everyone wants to be at home with their family and loved ones and opening presents and laughing and talking, and maybe they'll have a ugly sweater party or just a time when they could just be listening to Christmas carols and talking about how Christmas used to be. That's one thing that we miss because we remember how Christmas used to be. Some of our loved ones that we had back then, they're gone. And Christmas just doesn't seem the same. So that's why the people said start a new Christmas tradition or start some new Christmas. You can start Christmas traditions with your sweetheart that you have now. But it's just certain things that you just might like doing. Like I love drinking the cocoa and listening to the music and just reminiscing on what I liked about Christmas. And that's a good thing to do by yourself or with your sweetheart. Also, young lady that called me last week when I was talking about meeting somebody online, looked like she has met someone because I saw she had posted that she was in a relationship now. Because last week she was saying that she wasn't in a relationship. She was all by herself. So maybe she just started a relationship, and that's good for her. And we're going to do another little short song break, maybe a Christmas song or two, and we'll be back to talk to you. And you can always call in during the song break It's 254-275-7476. Okay? Christmas song that was we heard, we got this information from, and it's based on Feliz Navidad, but it's a little funny Christmas song. It's kind of cute. Okay, tonight we have been talking about Let's Chat, and we've been talking about things that couples can do during the Christmas season. And some of the things we talked on, where you can go Christmas caroling, maybe look at the Christmas decorations and the displays that they have all around in the neighborhoods, and also they have some places that you can go. My husband and I and my son went last year to one. It's in the Fort Hood area, and it was drive-through, and it took us about an hour to drive through it, and they had so many nice displays, so you may be able to do that also. And they have a big Santa Land display right on Highway 6 in on the other side of Bryan too. We used to go to that one long years ago when they first started, but I hadn't gone to it since they expanded it some. So that would be a nice thing for you to do. There's so many nice things for you to do as couples during Christmas time, and you should really try some of these things. Like I was saying, watching the Hallmark movies, they are so inspirational because they make you believe that love is still in existence and it can just happen so magically. That's how those movies are, and it's meant to make you feel good. It's a feel-good movie if you like those kind of sweet, sweet movies, because the people are usually sweet and nice, and they fall in love and have wonderful Christmases together. So if you like those kind of movies, you will love the Hallmark movies. And I think they have them on every night, not just on the weekend. They have them on in the daytime and at night too. So that might be something that you might want to do as with your significant other. Like I was saying, my husband and I, we like riding around just looking at all the Christmas light displays and light exhibits that people have put up in honor of Christmas, and that's just something nice to do. The only thing we haven't done, we didn't have our, like when we was riding around, we didn't have something nice and hot to drink, like some cocoa or something. We might have to do that another time when we do it, if we're riding around, or if we go to the light display like we did last year. They have a place in there where you can stop and go to the place where they have Santa, and you can get some cocoa, but we didn't do that. But that's a good idea. So make sure that you make the best Christmas memories you can with you and your sweetie. And for those of you who don't have a sweetheart, remember what I said last week. You can always start looking, maybe going online and trying to meet someone and getting to know them, or going to some parties or some organizational things that people are doing during Christmas time. And no telling, you might meet that certain someone. They might just be right there waiting for you. And we're going to continue to listen to the Christmas music. Like I said, we will have Christmas on Monday. We will do, Monday is Christmas Eve, and we're having the Classy C and Crazy Chris morning show from 9, I think from 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. And after that, we will start playing the Christmas music, and it will go until Christmas Day, and we'll stop playing it continuously starting the day after Christmas, the 26th. We will play it that morning when we start the show, and then after the show on Christmas, the day after Christmas, we're going to start letting it fade out. And we may have a little Christmas music going on up until January the 1st, and then they'll start removing it from the lineup. But make sure you keep it locked in tune to 90.3 FM, like I always say, and tell everyone you know and everyone you see. And I really, really enjoyed being here tonight. So let's chat with Class CC. And I still look forward to getting phone calls, even though I didn't get one tonight. I'm still putting the number out there, 254-275-7476. Just call anytime during the Let's Chat with Class CC, and I will be more than happy to talk about whatever we're talking about that night. Tonight it has been just some good ideas that you can do during the Christmas season for you and your sweetheart. And I hope that you got some good ideas, and you will have a great, great, great Christmas. So before Let's Chat with Class CC will be back, it will be after Christmas. I'm not sure if we have a program that night or not. We will have it next Thursday, and it will already be after Christmas. So you have a great, great Merry Christmas, and thank you for listening. Bye-bye.